Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. They're lining up to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hardy. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The give. Nice move to keep running. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying. A great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Right back to the well. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. fast motion from the offense. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. To the air, it's Bowers. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
After the miss on 3rd down, the punt team is on the field. He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's English. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Dropping back, it's Bowers. The quick out. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the offense takes the field, eager to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's going to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Caught in the backfield, it's Williamson. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Unloads quickly. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's got it, and he's got a touchdown.
Touchdown. Number 22 with the catch and score.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field and boot this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here's the handoff. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Bowers. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on second down after the short completion. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that ball on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quicker. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. It's a reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They're looking for an advantage to the right. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
And that's what defense is all about, understanding the situation. It's 3rd and long. I'm going to drop back. I'm going to make him throw that ball underneath to the running back and then do my job. Go corral, tackle him, and force the 4th down.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Kevin.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And first down for the offense.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And here comes the punt team.
On to kick it away.
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Good pass protection isn't just offensive line, right? Running backs also have to be able to pick up the blitz. That running back did an outstanding job. That allowed his quarterback to just buy a little bit more time before making that throw.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Williamson. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He caught it. The grab and go as he takes it in for the touchdown.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
To advance on the football.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. A 1st down for the offense. The give to the back. Discards a man. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Back to pass, it's Bowers. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
First down for the offense.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Brought down at the 43-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. He makes the grab. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the 2nd half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing.
From the gun, the running back has it. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push the guy backwards and make some holes?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off at the goal line. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his back in the middle. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell. Hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target, and getting the completion.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. To the air. It's Bowers. Makes the grab on the left. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
The incompletion on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Gives it to the back on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the draw play, you know, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Unloads it left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You could underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This time he's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Makes a nice grab at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Motion from the offense. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, David, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are again.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide-open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to throw, it's Bowers. Fires to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's got an open man. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And the quarterback is snowed under. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable.
There's a live football. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up. He didn't. Defense took advantage of it.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Back to throw, it's Bowers. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum and try to make a big play.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
It's now 3rd down.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Oh, he wants it all. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. What a disappointment. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for this kicker, and I'll tell you this, he can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Now this offense is back on the field. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got him downfield. The expressway is wide open. Into their happy place for a touchdown.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The give on the inside. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside picturesque UB Stadium.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Offense set on first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Grabbed behind the line. It's English. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, them making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And here comes the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly to the tight end. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They've been running it, but now the pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Bowers. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. He'll try it again. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
By the lineman. Pickup of 2. Brings up 3rd down.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude, keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend...
And into the end zone for a touchdown. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They've cut into this lead. It's down to 11 as they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They'll go to the counter play. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
A promising start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. Now they've got it first down at the 41. They're going to ride this running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
This offense has a second down play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. On second down, wants to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll have to punt for the fourth time today. Now on the return. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. First down here for the offense. Handoff from the gun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide out in motion. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. It is great to have a tight end that can do it all and one that can get downfield and make a play.
And I like matching and mixing and matching up the play fake on play action with this tight end because it just gives him a little more time to work his route down the field. Nice play call there by the coordinator.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Line getting set on second down. Now they'll run the draw. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job, stopped the play for no gain.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And here comes the punt team. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going up top on first down. Pocket starts to... And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. On second down, he'll fire. Caught behind the line. It's Williamson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
Fast motion from the offense. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Bowers. This time it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They'll throw it on first down. Grabs it in the middle. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
That last completion sets them up on second down. Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
All right, ball was incomplete, but that was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Really nice job of communicating with one another and understanding where that pass rush was coming from.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Bowers. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. He's right on target. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
And this one splits the uprights. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And now this offense will take the field again. To the ground with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. Create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. On target. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Young. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
We knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Defense.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. From the red zone, looking for a space. Takes the easy completion. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
They'll try the run. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. To the ground to try to move the chains. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll start this drive firing. Setting up the screen. Nice move there. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Unleashes one. Got a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Looking for a man. It's Bowers. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
He's not afraid to go deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Bowers. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.